Eighth grade math review game. This is a digital game that helps students practice their eighth grade math skills. And the skills it covers are transformations, equations with variables on both sides, Pythagorean theorem, exponents, fractional equations, the equation for a line, algebraic inequalities, and equations with parentheses. So the instructions for the students are on slide 3. When they start on slide 4, you need to instruct them to come up here to slideshow. So once they're on slideshow, then it becomes full screen. It's much easier for the students to play the game and they don't see the other slides. So starting here on slide 4, they're going to click on begin. So they're going to make their way through this game board all the way to the end. They start with transformations. It's a multiple choice format, so students are given a question. They have to give the correct answer. And if they give the correct answer, it just takes them to the next problem. If they get a wrong answer, it takes them to a slide that says they're incorrect and they have to go back and try again. So if they go back, that means they're going back to the very first slide of transformations. So they have to get all of the transformation questions correct in order to move on to the next topic. Okay, so as long as they're giving the correct answers, they can keep moving on. Then they come to a slide that says they made it through transformations, and they're going to click here on next to go to the next section, which is algebraic equations with variables on both sides. So now they can see the game board again. Where they're at now is they've completed transformations. Now they're here on algebraic equations 1. So they have to click on begin, and it's a different place this time, the beginning of this section. And then they're going to answer these questions. So they might need scratch paper in order to solve these, but it's the same thing. If the answer is correct, it takes them to the next problem. If it's incorrect, again, they tell them it's incorrect, and this time they'll go back to the first slide of equations with variables on both sides. So they have to get every single question correct in order to move on to the next topic. This continues throughout the game. There are 8 different topics. There's some on the Pythagorean theorem, exponents, fractional equations, the equation for a line, inequalities, and equations with parentheses. So when they get to the end, they'll see the completed game board. All of the spaces are X'd out. They click on You Made It, and they get a congratulatory slide saying that they have completed the entire 8th grade review. So it's a lot of fun for the students. Again, make sure they're playing in slideshow mode so it's full screen. And it's a fun review for 8th grade math.